What's going on, guys? Wedding day today. Excited for it. Oh gosh, no, no, no. Tell learned, yeah. Tell learned, yeah. Any damn turns. Horrible weather here in Houston, but ready to go ahead and get this wedding day done. It's been a time coming for it. Day's finally here for Karen and Caesar. Excited to capture their special day today. So on my way right now to pick up Mario, which is my second shooter of the day. And yeah, we're gonna get it popping today. So we'll see how the weather treats us today. Today is Saturday, September the 20th, and yesterday, Friday was. Yesterday. Today is Friday. What am I talking about? Today is Friday, September the 20th. Yesterday, Thursday was, Harvey Jr. out here. It's one of the worst days for Houston. Rain-wise, it was just really bad. So, getting the aftermaths of it today. A lot of traffic still on the roads. Some stranded cars on the highways, on the roads. So, Houston kind of just clearing up for the day. So, it's still pretty bad out here. But looking forward to a good day at the wedding. Traffic's looking a little rough right now on 45, but we'll go ahead and do our best to get there safe and get there on time, because we're supposed to get there at 1 o'clock today. So we'll see. Vlogging today already, bro. What's up, dude? What you up to? It was recording.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
Follow me at Simon's video.
Alright, guys, well, welcome back to another wedding behind the scenes look of my recent wedding that I did here for Mr. and Mrs. Nolasco. So, same as always, we'll be going over some of the footage here from the development of the day. So pretty much starting off, we did go ahead and went into the bridal suite to get those detailed shots of the dress and the shoes and the rings and all that good stuff. So we went ahead and did that with Sam, my videographer, as well. The coordinator that was in charge of the day, she did have a few other weddings that she captured on the day here at this venue. So she kind of had an idea of, where to place the dress for that good shot. And we went ahead and captured some of those here. A big issue that we had, the videographer and I, on the day was that when we changed from location from inside to outside, just the temperature change would make the lens like really foggy, which really sucked, because we had to wait for it to clear up, and we kept on wiping the lens, and it's just a struggle. So if you guys have any kind of suggestions on how to possibly avoid that in the future, feel free to drop that in the section below. After we went ahead and captured some detailed shots, found some good lighting here with this cool looking little table, so I went ahead and got some detailed shots of the shoes and the rings right there. I was using a prime lens. I believe it was the 28, the f2, so that was pretty good. A pointer here once we got into the groom suite was to make sure you check your surroundings when you're shooting on the day. Right here I did have to move these little wipies that were in the way in the shot. So, and I will be putting here some example shots of as you guys have seen already, of some example shots of what you guys are seeing with the pictures there. So capturing moments with the bridal party, either with their kids and other members, is pretty important. You don't really get to know the members of the family that well, but just capture moments like this that they can cherish in the future, I think it's pretty special. So yeah, making sure you do that, it's pretty cool. After that, we went ahead and prepared for the first look with the bride and the father. That was pretty special. I kind of got a little bit of chills right before, just knowing that you're one of the few people that is able to kind of witness that. Documenting the day is pretty special, so that was pretty cool. After that, we went ahead and got some getting ready shots here with mom and the bride. The videographer got some shots there, and then just working around that to make sure we capture some of those moments leading up to the ceremony. So yeah, that was special to capture just those genuine moments with family. After that, we went ahead and when with the groom and the groomsmen, just capture some shots of them at the chapel, just with the groom there, just capturing some moments around the area that was right there. So guys, so pretty much on the way to get ready for the ceremony. Got all the getting ready shots. I apologize for not covering or any voicing over on all the other stuff. There was a lot of commotion going on, but yeah, about to get the shots right now, and yeah, we'll be sharing those going forward. So here, getting prepared for the ceremony. It was already happening, but as you can see, lighting was a bit different, just working with the elements that were given. So just making sure you have an open enough lens to let a lot of light in, so it can be easier for you to edit after the wedding. I think this is a really good moment to capture here with the kiddos coming down the aisle. You do get a lot of expressions from different family members that are looking at the kiddos, so making sure that not only focus on the aisle and the people that are coming through it, but also capturing those reactions from family and friends that are present there for it. And then of course, when the bride's coming down the aisle, making sure you capture the groom's reaction sometimes when they don't do a first look, which in this wedding they did like a first touch. So just seeing that reaction of the groom, those moments leading up to when they're up at the very front. So yeah, after the ceremony ended, I got some images there of them walking out of the ceremony, just making sure you have a wide enough lens to capture that, to get the reaction of the family around them, all the smiles and good times there when they're walking down the aisle out of the ceremony. A pointer here that I had for the formals here with the family, especially with a big group like this from 25 to 30 people, is making sure you capture a lot of images. It's funny, like I was capturing like I think 10 frames on this one, and some of the people that were kind of in the picture started laughing, and I'm like, whoa, it's better to have a lot of options as a photographer to choose from, especially when in a big group like that. You can find yourself with people just blinking at different times, even when you tell them to open their eyes at 3, especially the little kids. So it's making sure that you have all the images possible that you can to make it easier for you when to edit. Afterwards here, as you guys can see from the beginning of the video, there was some challenging elements that we had to work around. So it was a little rainy outside, so just working with what's given to you. Luckily the venue did have some umbrellas here for everybody to not mess their hair up or anything like that, so that was pretty cool, and it added a nice little element to the day, just having the umbrellas, and it made for some pretty cool pictures here, that as you can see in the images here that I captured with the umbrellas, which I'm pretty proud of there. There we go again, 1, 2, 3. Getting ready for the reception time of the day, the reception part of the day. Just making sure you're at the right spot at the right moments when they're getting introduced. Just capturing the couple walking in, first speeches as well. My videographer Sam did have continuous light behind on the side, as you guys can see, so that added a good little rim light to whoever's in front of the light. So that was pretty cool to kind of use on my images, aside from my own on-camera flash. It just adds that little separation from the background when you have something like that. So that was pretty cool to capture, and of course reactions of the family and friends that are hearing the speeches. Here for the cake cutting, same thing, just had the continuous light behind them, just add that rim light kind of effect. And of course, just one of the biggest or most important highlights of the day, just having the cake cut and just capturing that moment. The first dance is, of course, very emotional, very special. Added that element, like I mentioned before, the rim light there added a pretty cool effect, as you guys can see in the pictures. So yeah, after that, just capturing the rest of the dance, just different members of the family and friends, just making sure you get enough frames to be able to share on the final collection. Just capturing, the dancing, the garter toss, the bouquet toss, all of those highlights of the night. After those shots, you're pretty much good to go when it comes to the reception part of the day. This couple did have a nice sparkler exit, so that was pretty cool to capture. It was actually one of my first ones here, so just making sure that you're able to capture that when they're walking down, and not being scared also to ask them to kind of walk back a few steps to kind of get the shot if you don't feel comfortable with the ones that you got. Something that I didn't notice when doing this was that I was walking with them as I was, kind of going out, which might have been easier for me to just stand at a specific spot as they walk down the sparklers. So I kind of did that there, just kind of asked them to go back a few steps and kind of just reenact the walking down the sparklers. So that was pretty cool to capture. Bride and groom were satisfied with the images, which I'm super proud of, and it's always good to get feedback from the couples that they like their images. So yeah, that's pretty much some of the highlights of the day. Hopefully you guys are able to benefit from some of that information, and yeah, thank you so much. All right, signing off. That's a wrap. Wedding day over. It was good. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one.